Hello everybody, my name is Lonlon, and welcome to another episode of Panillae. Last episode we walked around spawn and we built a nice little bit of terrain, and in this episode I finally want to get back over here to our base and expand and build this hill, because I want to finish this hill. So next episode, look at me, I'm starting multiple episode plans right here. I want to build a ruined castle on top of this hill. So, in this episode, I want to expand this terrain over here and get it fully prepared for the castle to be put on top of it. And so, very similar to last episode, right off the bat, I'm gonna start with a time-lapse so we can actually fit a castle on top of it. And yeah, let's start a time-lapse one. Wait a second, what's that? Seems to be a red arrow pointing at a shulker box, which is filled with very good goods. What's this? Because I'm a slow reader, I thought you would wanna hear a sped up version of me talking.
Hello, Lonlon. I would like to ask you for a terraforming job. A wonderful friend Duke built his terrain near one of my builds, and I have no idea how to blend it out. Seeing as you have worked with him on some terraforming projects before, I was wondering if you could do it. I'll pay you, of course. Let me know if you're interested. If not, that's okay. The magenta shulker box is my form of bribery. Rainbow.
Well, maybe we will get to doing this episode as well. I'm gonna have to contact Rainbow and ask what she actually needs. But yeah, that seems like a very nice bribe. After a lot of time put into it, we have a hill over here, and it's a very big hill as well. So if we want to put a castle, I'm not sure it's gonna fit. Like, we are gonna have to make a very large castle for it to fit on top of all of this hill. So maybe a big part of it will be just forested, and the castle is gonna be ruined, so it will most likely be overgrown anyway. But as you can see right here, I left a very... not a very big hole, but a sizable hole in the hill, because I want to make a spring, a water spring. So this little stream of water connecting to the river down there will actually have a source that makes sense. Okay, so let's go in with our stone and start placing down the stone. And I try and let the shape of the blocks I've already placed inspire me, because I'm not very good with visualizing a vision in mind for how I want things to look. I just start doing them and let the blocks I've already placed lead me to the finished result. From what I did already, I think I want this to go one more block down, and I think this is gonna be the level of the pond. And then, because we are so far into the terrain that it won't really make sense to have a cliff this steep. At least I don't want to have one. I think the backside of the pond is gonna be covered with terrain. Half of it is gonna be inside a small cave. Okay, so this is one line. Now I'm gonna take another one. And now I'm gonna simply fill the gaps until I get a finished result. I'm just gonna keep on making lines and filling them. Now I have the general shape of the pond figured out, and I'm sure it's gonna change a little bit here and there, but yeah, this is the general shape. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect these edges to the rest of the terrain around it to try and figure out how the terrain is gonna look over here. Really simple, just keep into the stone and grass. And so I have connected the rest of the terrain to the pond, and I also made the pond just a little bit deeper, because after I connected the terrain it seemed like a bit small, so I made it just a little bit deeper. And now I'm gonna go in with my amazing cliff making box and take all of the little detailing blocks and some texturing blocks as well, and I'm gonna smooth the stone bits so they look a little bit better. The shape has been smoothed, and as you can see I even added a little bit of stone at the top to make it more similar to the cave entrance to our storage room as well. And now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill this bit with water because it is a water spring. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Now, let's carefully connect the spring water to the little stream going down into the river over there. And well, let's make it a bit smaller, the amount of water that is getting through. And let's do that. Yeah, that's good. Now, I'm gonna go in with some coarse dirt and bone meal because this place should be very, very, very alive because there is a clean water source emerging from the ground right here. So let's add lots of vegetation. But first, coarse dirt, bone meal and path blocks around the water to make them look muddy. The coarse dirt and the bone meal is in place, and this place is already beginning to look very nice in my opinion. And now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and build some little rocks and stones and add some bushes like these ones around the area. And yeah, the bushes and the stones are now in place, and I must say this place is beginning to look very, very alive. And now we have reached my favorite part of the video, which is making trees. Yay! I am happy, I just don't sound like it. Anyway, let's do that in a time-lapse mode. After recording that time-lapse, I took a pretty big break from the server for like 2 weeks. And the other day I got these two very suspicious looking messages from Augie and Rainbow. So I think it's better if I record myself joining into the server so we can find out what they did at my base together. So let's see. Okay, so far everything seems to be alright. Let's go outside. Oh no. What's this? Oh no. There's something on that one. Okay, what's this?
To my dearest Lon, I am sorry for what has happened this evening. It was not our intentions to corrupt your land with weird boxes. To make it better, there is a juicy reward inside them. Once you've collected them all, good job. There is no additional reward.
Okay, so I have to get rid of a bunch of obsidian boxes. You know, this is not too bad. I thought it's gonna be worse. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that in a bit of a time-lapse mode. You know what? Before the time-lapse, I'd like to go over here to the place at which I built a bunch of trees and show you what I did. So essentially, I built a bunch of trees, of course, and especially this one, this oak tree. As you should probably know by now, I'm not very experienced with oak trees, but in this one, I tried something a little new. I tried going in with birch leaves and putting them in places that I'd think not much sunlight would hit the leaves, so you can actually see the shade of the color of the leaves go a bit darker, and I think that's pretty good and I like it. So I just wanted to share this little trick with you guys. And besides that, this amount of trees I put in here really made this place feel pretty much exactly how I wanted it to feel. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. But now, it's time to get rid of the obsidian boxes. This is not gonna be fun. And I think that's all of them. I'm not completely sure. I was told there are 19 of them, but to be completely honest, I lost count. I did get 19 diamond ores, but in a few of the boxes there were 2 ores in ones. So I'm not sure. Anyway, if you remember, at the beginning of the episode, we checked this out, and I asked Rainbow to send me a detailed message on Discord of what I actually need to do, and she did so. So now we can go ahead and do this job and get some money, because these 19 diamond ores, they won't last very long. So I decided to go by spawn on my way to Rainbow's base to check on a few things, and look at this! I found this. Well, I didn't find this, I knew this was here, but you guys can get an update of what happened to the cow. It seems like it's being pulled up by the aliens, which is very suspicious indeed. The second thing I wanted to check on is over here at the quest shack. I did a quest for Rainbow actually like 2 weeks ago now, before I took the break. Essentially, she needed dirt, and I have a lot of dirt because I mine dirt from below my custom terrain, so I can expand the custom terrain with the dirt from down below. So I gave her some of my extra dirt, but I wasn't actually online when the dirt was given to her. I was not the one to give the dirt to Rainbow, it was actually Arran. So me and Arran settled on a deal. I am gonna give him a cut from the profit she was gonna give me. So let's see, she gave me 6 diamond blocks. So I'm gonna go to Arran's base and I'm gonna drop off 1 diamond block over there so he can enjoy some diamonds as well. Oh, wait 1 second. Sign up. UHC games. By the way, we have some crab rave going below the portal. Very nice. What's this? Go games area to sign up. Okay. So the games area is just south of spawn, right here. There you go. This is the UHC games. But remember, I am still on the challenge to not die. So this might be a bit problematic. You know what? I think this is something we are gonna mess with in the next episode. So yeah, let's leave that to the next episode. And now let's go and give Arran his cut. And we will be off to Rainbow's base. There's another one. There's another one. As good as new. Yeah, let's leave this place. I'm afraid to blow anything else up. Off to Rainbow's base now. Okay, so we are here at Rainbow's base, and I'm assuming the place she was talking about is this one, because, well, I know how Ducelius likes to build, and this very much is his style, this very dead kind of terrain. So what she asked me to do is to basically merge his type of terrain to the normal taiga terrain, I think. And so I just came here by to check real quick what blocks I'm gonna need to do that. And yeah, I'm gonna go back to my base and get the blocks I actually do need in order to complete this job. And then I'll be back over here and we can start building. Okay, after a quick trip to my base, I got a bunch of items I think we could possibly need while merging this brown and dead terrain to the normal taiga terrain. And now, what I think I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take coarse dirt and puzzle, and I'm gonna blend the blocks together with the normal terrain, so it looks gradual and not just like a straight line, such as this thing over here. Okay, so now I have kind of smoothed out the edges and blended the two styles together. It's not the best, but I think it's fine. And I think the next step is gonna have to be to add some foliage, like these ferns over here, and make them like intrude this dead section of the terrain, just a little bit, so the blend is, well, I hope, better. I hope so. We'll find out. Okay, now I added quite a bit of foliage, both inside the terrain that was kind of dead and outside of it as well. So it actually makes sense, because if I want to blend something, I need it to exist on both sides, and there was not enough foliage on the normal terrain. So I did that too. I'm talking really slowly again, am I not? Anyway, what I want to do now is I want to take some, birch leaves, and I wanna just make a few bushes, not too much, because after all, Rainbow is yet to establish a very distinct look for this place. But I did see some birch leaves over there, so I feel like it's okay if I make some birch bushes over here, because I think it really will kind of help the transition. Maybe not help it necessarily, but hide it, if you may. Yeah, let's do that. And now I have added the bushes, and as I was suspecting, like, you cannot hide a place which is like this. You can only make it seem as if the blend is pretty smooth, and I think I did an okay job with it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to wait for Rainbow's reply, but I'm just gonna add one more thing, which is maybe 1 or 2 trees around the place, maybe one which is fallen over, and I think that's gonna be it for this little job. And so I added this fallen tree and this normal looking tree, which is, well, standing up. And I think this is gonna be it for this little job. I hope Rainbow likes it. I guess I'm gonna find out when this video goes live, or when she logs on, whichever one's first. But anyway, I did want to talk to you about one thing, because during the making of this video, something happened to the microphone on me, and you should probably be able to hear it actually right now. It doesn't sound as good, and I could not fix it. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get a new mic, and that's gonna take a while. So I'm gonna be slowing down my video production, and I'm probably gonna be sticking to the new series I'm running, which is Lonlon's Artifacts, where I build giant builds until I get the new mic, which shouldn't be too long. And then we'll be back on the server making more episodes. But anyway, I think this is gonna be it for this episode. So you can leave a like if you liked the video, you can leave a dislike if you didn't like the video, and goodbye.